Here's an awesome thing that you can do to help you get reps when it comes to tying D-loops. Tying D-loops is a perishable skill, and that's why you have these YouTube videos, right? But there's also some things that I used to do when I was trying to remember how to do this stuff. And listen, right now I have the bow and a bow press, which makes this easy. However, you can do this with your bow sitting on your lap. These are things that I did even when I was taking calls, when I was working on the phone, trying to sell bows COD, right? I always have to do multiple things at once. So I would set a bow in my lap and I would just practice tying D loops and then undo them and redo them. And that way, in a day's time, I can get what would be equivalent to an archery tech that might be working a month in an archery shop. So the secret to this is just learning the ties and learning the motions, because D-loops can be done wrong a lot of ways. They can be done where there's the string on one side of your serving and then the tail is on the other, or both sides of the D-loop are on the same side like this. Sometimes you can do it the wrong way. So for a right-handed shooter, they're twisting against this loop, which is a problem. So just learning the tie part, not the cinch, but just learning the process of tying. It's like being able to tie your shoes without looking at it. So what I do is I'll take a brand new bow, or if you have an old bow that is just laying around and you've taken everything off of it, or you've got that old one that Gramps gave you, this is easy to do. You just get you some D-loop material. You can order D-loop material from the Nock On website, and you're going to get it in several feet, and you don't have to cut it to practice. So here's all you're going to do. You're going to and you don't really have to work on your serving area. You can actually use the majority of the area of this string. So to start out, if you're a right-handed shooter, we always want that D-loop on the left side of the bow for your top, and then it's going to go over to the right side on the bottom. And what that does is it gives your D-loop a natural turn that's going to mirror how you hold your D-loop as a right-handed shooter. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this by making a little J like this at the bottom. And we're going to start the process of how to tie a D-loop. So you're going to have your J, it's on the left side of the string. You're going to flip the bottom of that loop under the string, and you're going to pull both of your ends through just like this, and you're going to pull it kind of tight and cinch it down. So you can see right there, this is really half of a D-loop. Once we snip that and burn that down, as long as it was tightened properly, we would have the top portion of a D-loop. So now all we're going to do for practice is we're going to go to the other side, and so again, we've come up and we're on the other side. We were here first, now we're here. And we're going to kind of make our length about where we'd want it. And to make a proper D-loop, you're going to go under, you're going to pull your slack through, you're going to come towards you on the top, go under the string and through. So right there would be a D-loop. Okay? And technically, if you did that, this side. So now we're going to come back over to our side, and you're going to pull it through. Okay, you're going to move it around. You're going to lay it over just like this. And you're going to just work on learning how to cinch this so that as you're going, you're tying one continual D-loop. And what you're looking for is you want to make sure that both ends of your D-loop are always on the same side of the string. Okay, so I'm going to keep going, do this correctly. So I'm going to go across, come towards me, go under, pull it through. So again, both of my tabs are on the same side of the string, and I've altered strings. I've altered sides. So now we're gonna go here, right? Crossed, under, through. So we're just continuing to make D loops. Now I'm on this side, I'm gonna go over to this side. Towards me, pull it through, stay on top, loop it under, pull it through. So you can see I'm just making a whole slew of D loops just by running this repetition. And I'm not trying to cinch them too tight. I'm just trying to make sure that both of my tabs are on the same side of the string all the time. And that way I'm doing it properly. So you can see right there, got everything just how you want. Both on this side, both on this side, both on this side, both on this side, both on that side, both there, both there. And both end tabs are through. So that's the correct way of doing it. Now I'm going to show you really quick here. I'll use this little piece, this green. I'm going to show you how you would make a mistake at this. So here's what some people do when they're doing a D loop. Normally you get the first part right. You make the J, you feed it through. Normally people get that part right. Then what they'll do is sometimes people will go on the same side of the string, and so that's going to be wrong. Sometimes people go to the opposite side like this, and they'll feed it through like that, and then they'll come under and out the other side. So all of a sudden now you have this, you can see the difference. Now, wait, our D loops here, yet our end's coming out over here. That never gets tight and it always keeps coming loose. This is a problem, but it's very common for people to make that mistake. So again, learning, okay, if it looks like that, that was not right. What did I do wrong here? Okay, let me back up. Let me think about this. Okay, I need my end loop coming through. So yeah, instead of just going through like that, I actually have to bring it towards me, then through and cinch it. Okay, now I got it. So then again, we're on this side. Let's go over to this side. And you might, maybe you do it like this. Maybe you loop it through the outside. And you're trying to go and you realize, wait, that's wrong. Okay. So the key here is just learning how to do this loop so that both of your ends are always coming through on the same side. This drill right here is so easy to do. It doesn't mess up your string, really. It doesn't do anything but, you know, loosen up your D loop material maybe a little bit from being as stiff. But this is something that you can, as soon as a commercial break comes on, if you're watching TV and you got your bow in your lap, just tie D loops right down. This side, this side, this side, this side, this side, this side. As soon as commercials are done, stop, start watching whatever your favorite program is again, and just peel these things out and be ready for the next commercial break. Otherwise, you know, if you've got all your stuff in your dojo or your man cave in one spot, like I do, during your workout, do a set while you're taking that minute break or whatever between the next set. Come over and just burn through a whole bunch of D loops. And that way, in a matter of a week of doing this in these intervals, you're going to end up tying the same amount of D loops as a bow technician at your local pro shop will do in months or even a year.